Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning into Pugs and Stilettos. Today I'm going to present to you a DIY, and what I am making, it's a witch's hat wreath. So the first thing I wanted to start off with is by showing you an image of what it is that I'm going to end up with, which I will insert here. I want to show you all the items that you're going to need to make this particular DIY. So from the dollar store, these are all products from the dollar store. You're going to need the witch's legs with the doorknob handle. You're going to need this sign that says the witch is in. You're going to need one of these plastic wreaths. You're also going to need excuse me, 4 of these decorative mesh, and these are 6 inches wide and they have 5 yards each. I'm also going to be mixing in some sparkling tulle. These have 3 yards each. I am also going to add this wide ribbon. It's a 9-foot roll. These are 2.5 inches wide. You're also going to need some pipe cleaners. These were the only ones I could find. I do know that they have the black ones. I'm going to be using the silver and the gold tone on this. I could even use the green as well. We'll see how many I actually end up using. You're going to also need a glue gun. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll also need a mat to put your glue gun on. And I think that's pretty much, oh, you'll need a ruler as well. So let's get started. So one of the first things you're going to need are a few of these decorative mesh pieces cut out to 6 inches in length. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a combination of colors. So I'm going to start off with these two. I'm going to roll them out and I'm going to measure out 6 inches. And I'm going to probably, this will give me an opportunity to make about 10 sets of these. So I'm going to do a mixture of all 4 colors. All right. So I'm going to start rolling those out and I will show you in a moment what that looks like. So we're going to start looking at this mesh. We're going to start cutting the pieces. I'm going to be layering 2 separate colors, one on top of the other. And we're looking to cut approximately 6 inches. I'm going to be using my cutter. I actually opt to use the scissor, makes it a little bit easier. It does get very glittery and a lot of the product does snip off, so you're going to have a lot of cleaning up to do afterwards. But I continue this process and just cut as many strips as I can in different combinations. And as I said before, all approximately 6 inches in length. Okay, so now I have cut, I don't know, I have about maybe 15 of these, like I have sets of these, 6 inches in length. And I have a couple combinations. So I have this with which is the orange and the black and orange and gold. I also have the purple and orange. And I also have a black and the purple and gold. So the next thing I did was I also cut 6 inches of this roll. So I cut just out strips and I made the little kind of ribbon tail. So these are 6 inches and I just cut off the ends. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart. So first I'm going to leave this ribbon on, but I'm going to cut this off. And then you can also remove this. Everything comes off pretty much like, because it's just like tied on around these little knobs. See? So you have like a full, you could even use that in your project. So the part that I want to remove is this bottom part here. The bottom part of the witch's hat here. So, and it just makes it really easy. There you go. All right, so we're going to use this part up here because it's still functional. It's black. This you could always use for something else. Then So what we're going to do here is we have to plug in our glue gun because we're going to start needing that soon. You're going to cut them in half. Kind of give myself a gauge. All right, base here. So you're going to roll this up like that. And then you're going to roll up the next one like that. Then you're going to grab one of these. You're going to pinch it in the middle like that. Then you're going to grab one of these and you're going to twist it in the middle like that. And you're going to end up with a really cute cluster that looks something like that. Now you can add all kinds of different pieces. I actually did have this sparkle tool that I might consider adding because I did want to add it as well. Like I just cut 6-inch strips of this to add it to this. So this is basically what it is. I'm going to cut a few of these to add it, and I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm going to come back and show you the finished product. Right. Okay, so I've managed to make, there's approximately about 12 of these clusters. Some of them I made without the ribbon, and they have 3 pieces. Some of them may have the tool, so there's a mixture of them. So what I'm going to show you now is how I'm going to attach them. So I'm going to start off with the ones that don't have the ribbon. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to use the 2 pieces of the pipe cleaner that you use to tie the cluster of the mesh together, and you're just going to start going in through the sides here and pulling it through, and then just twisting it on the back like this. And it's pretty forgiving, and then you can fluff these up any which way you want. And then you're just going to continue to do that as you fill the bottom. I'm going to tie this one up in the corner over here. So I'm going to tie it right on this piece here. I'm going to put these 2 pieces right in here. Turn it over to the other side. Hold it pretty close and just twist them. And then you just kind of tuck them in. And then you got to start playing around with it to see how it looks best. And I'm just going to continue doing this, and I'll do this off camera and I will come back. So there we have it. That's the bottom portion. So now for the top portion, this is what we're going to need the hot glue gun for. And let me just tidy up a little bit here. So this is the mesh that I was looking for, that I want to use to cover the top portion of the witch's hat. So I'm just going to roll this mesh around the top, trying to tuck the edges in so it has pretty much a snug fit. I'm going to weave it all the way up to the top, and this is where I'm going to now get the glue gun so that I can secure the back. So at this point it's just a lot of tucking and pulling and making sure that it's folded in neatly to give a little more detail to the top portion of this hat. So once you're satisfied with the way it looks, you're going to just put a little bit of the hot glue gun on it. Be careful because you're going to burn your fingers, and you may want to grab a little clip just to hold it in place. I'm sorry, I keep getting out of frame here, but you just have to kind of hold on to it, give it some time. If you have a clip, I would suggest that you just put the clip on immediately. You see me here trying to fan it until I get the idea of actually using the clip. So once you do use the clip, you start to just kind of clean it up and get your scissors, just tidy it up any which way that you can, and then just let it dry, and then we'll be ready for the next step. So now I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to just snip this off, and I'm going to use this center piece here. I'm going to hot glue it right to the center right here. Right there. Let that sit and dry. Alright, so I've attached here the ribbons. I put a little bit of glue and then just tied it with the pipe cleaner. And so far this is what we have. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go work on the legs. I'm going to cut these all the way up here with my scissors. And I'm going to then fill these up with some cotton balls. So I'm going to be using regular large cotton balls. And I'm going to be putting these in here just to stuff up the little legs. See, they're stuffed up now. So what you're going to do now is you're going to attach the legs to the wreath. Yep. I'm going to tie them. So of course you can glue these. I just opted to tie it. Makes it a little bit more secure, and then it's removable as well. That's so cute. Actually, this side, let me turn them around because there you have it. This is the finished product. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go hang her up, and I'll post some pictures. I really do hope that you enjoyed this DIY. It's a witchy wreath craft, and happy Halloween to all of you out there. And if you give this a shot, make sure you tag me and let me know how yours came out. I hope you have a safe Halloween. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning into Pugs and Stilettos. Be well.